Hare Krishna. Privileged to repeat the words of acharyas and various speakers whom I could hear this glories of the holy name from. I will discuss various meditations that one can have either during the japa or especially if not during the japa, where we just tend to hear before the japa so that we know what prayerful mood and what is the potency of this holy name. So, Acharyas explained that the 16 words of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra have the capability of destroying the 16 layers of the soul or coverings of the soul, which are stopping us from attaining our real nature. And these 16 coverings, as we know, are the five working senses, the five knowledge acquiring senses, the mind, and the Panchamahabhut, earth, water, air, fire, ether. So, right from the gross coverings to the subtle coverings, everything can be removed by just these 16 words of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Another very interesting meditation which Acharya shared is why Hare Krishna Mahamantra is supreme most mantra is because it glorifies the mood of separation as well as meeting. How does it do that? Because unlike the names of Radha, which are also supremely auspicious, the name Hare is when she is stealing the heart of Krishna. So when they are in separation. So the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, if we see the pattern, it goes Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So when Radha and Krishna are meeting, Srimati Radharani and Krishna are meeting, they are calling out each other's names. So Krishna is saying, Hey Hare, Radharani is saying, Oh Krishna, all attractive one. But then they separate. And that is why Srimati Radharani is chanting Krishna, Krishna, calling out in remembrance and feeling that separation. And Krishna is calling out Hare, Hare. Again, in separation, he's shouting out to her. Again, then they meet, and this time because Srimati Radharani is so much separation from Krishna for such a long time, when they meet, Krishna gives so much pleasure to her. That is why he becomes Ram, the Raman or the one who gives pleasure to the mind. So that's why it becomes Hare Ram, Hare Ram. They are chanting each other's name. And again, they separate over a period of time, and that's why they start calling out to each other Ram, Ram, Hare, Hare. And this cycle continues of separation and meeting. And why is separation always or Parkya Bhav, separation was always glorified above meeting? Because when they are separated, they infinite potency, millions of times more they call out to each other purely. But when they are together, there is always this fear of futuristic separation, which slightly hinges in the heart and does not allow full remembrance of the consort. That is why we all know that mode of separation has been given lot more importance in our sampradaya than mode of meeting. That is why this mantra glorifies the mode of separation. Also, Acharya share that each of these couplets, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. So each couplet, there are 8 couplets in this 16-word Mahamantra. Each couplet represents 3 hours of pastimes of Krishna in Goloka. So if we sincerely chant for 16 rounds, even one Mahamantra, we are actually spending uh, in association of 24 hours of Goloka pastimes. So the reason we need these perverted forms of entertainment like Netflix and all is because we're not able to concentrate and offenselessly chant even one Mahamantra. If we do, one Mahamantra can give us entry and association to 24 hours of Goloka pastimes. Just each couplet can take us into 3 hours of pastimes and we can have eternal spiritual association. Uh, Also, scriptures, the Garga Samhita and the Brahma Vaivarta Puran, another Shastric meditation, reveals how when Srimati Radharani in Goloka feels separation from Krishna, she chants this Mahamantra, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And that is why when Gauranga Mahaprabhu Krishna came as Gauranga Mahaprabhu to understand the mood of Mahamantra, Radharani. And since he was in separation from Krishna, he chanted this Mahamantra because this is the Mahamantra which Radharani used to chant to pacify her heart whenever she was in separation. That is the glory of this Mahamantra. And lastly, as we know, that this Mahamantra can fulfill both the material as well as the spiritual desires of any individual. This is Chintamani. So, Acharya has explained how it fulfills the spiritual desires. So, Hare is the energy of the Lord. and Krishna is of course the Lord. So depending on the mode which one desires in the spiritual world, he can meditate upon the Mahamantra before chanting. So, for example, if somebody wants to enter the spiritual kingdom as Sakhyaras, he can meditate upon Hare or the energy of Lord Krishna in the form of Krishna's Sakhas like Subala or, and of course Ram, he can meditate as Balram. So Hare Krishna would become Subal Krishna, and Hare Ram, so Krishna Balram, or Subal Balram, Subal Balram. So in this way, and so on. So if he wants to enter in Vatsalya Ras, or if his natural constitutional attraction and position is that, he can take the energy of the Lord Hare as Mother Yashoda, and so on. If he wants Madhurya Ras, then of course the original meaning Hare Krishna can stay. The energy of the Lord is actually Goddess Hara or Srimati Radharani. So in this way, Acharyas has given so many realizations and meditations and meanings of this Mahamantra. Lastly, Aindra Prabhu says that if we see the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, then Hare is also the name of Gaurang Mahaprabhu. He is Gaur Hari. And even Krishna is name of Gaurang Mahaprabhu because he is Krishna Chaitanya. And even Ram is non-different from Krishna. So even that means Gaura. So he says actually the mantra can become, you are chanting externally Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, but internally the mantra is Gaura, 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 Gaura. And that is why, although Hare Krishna Maha Mantra can have offenses, but because it also means Gaura, Gaura, it can actually internally be offenseless, and you can chant it with that meditation. Maybe not during chanting of the mantra, but just before chanting, you can pray like that, and you will actually feel as if you are chanting the names of Gaurang Mahaprabhu. In fact, when Parvati Devi approaches Shivji and asks that you gave me the fructified mantra of Sri Ram and I chanted it and it is giving me pleasure, but I'm not feeling the ecstasy that you are feeling. Then he gives her the name of Krishna, and eventually she still urges him to give him the final name, and he says, I chant the name of Gauranga, that is why I am so ecstatic. But I wanted you to realize the importance of Gauranga. That's why I readily gave you names. And she goes to Simanta Devi, chants, and also feels the same ecstasy that Lord Shiva experienced. So chanting this Mahamantra with that consciousness, and then knowing that you're actually meditating on Lord Gaura's name, Gauranga's name, can actually bring us to the realm one day when we get purified, where we can also feel the ecstasy and we have more faith in the Mahamantra. Thank you.